Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. Aren't you glad about it? It's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. I'm so glad to be alive. Oh, that was my song right there. He gave me health and strength, and I'm glad. Where's the choir? So glad about it. Good morning, all the way from Virginia in East Africa, South Africa, from South Sacramento. Good morning. Blessings to each one of you. This is a beautiful day. I see you, Yolanda. I see you, Chanel. I see you, Donna. Good thing. I see you. Those of you who are joining us on YouTube, and you're right here. Good morning. Wow. Good morning. You're right here on Club. This is a beautiful day. This is an exciting day, a wonderful time to be alive. I'm not sure. I see the shining star. I'm not sure. I see members of the Philadelphia Center in Lilongwe, Malawi. Blessings to you. My son, Vine, blessings to you. We've been doing this now for 264 days. That's unheard of. I haven't heard of it. Maybe you have. Maybe somebody else is doing something. There is no new thing under the sun. We recreate the thing that we have enjoyed or that someone else has already done. And we know that these things already exist in the mind and the heart of God. And so we recreate something that when we recreate, we're entering into a phase, into a realm that when we say we do it often or it's ongoing, we say recreation or recreation. Creation is experiencing the rest, the peace, the joy of being creators. We're created in the image of the Creator, and we are His recreations of Himself. Okay, I just heard that when I said recreate and recreation and how we recreate. We recreate. We want to reproduce or produce a place in our lives that we've seen in others. It's been manifested in others. Good morning, and we're just going to enjoy it. So, if you have already a few people on Clubhouse, welcome you all. This again is day 264, 264 days. Now we've entered in the final stretch of this leap year, these 366 days of fasting and praying and declaring Psalm 138 and Philippians 1 and 6 over our lives. Now, what if the breakthrough you've been fasting and praying for isn't about changing your circumstance, but transforming you? In this year's sacrifice, God hasn't just been preparing a new season for you, but He's been preparing you for the new season. Every day of this fast is a step toward the extraordinary, what God is doing within you. So today, on day 264, ask yourself this question. What part of me is God calling to leap forward? What part of me is God calling to leap forward fully, to fully align with His purpose, with His plan for my life? Day 264. Can you feel a difference? Do you? Do you feel the difference? Can you see change? The weight of this journey, the invisible yet undeniable transformation taking place within you. Can you feel it? Is anybody talking about it? See, every day, with every prayer that we've prayed, in every time that in worship, in every moment of surrender, God has been stripping away the layers, not just to reveal who you are, but to expose who He has called you to be. When you get a glimpse of that call, this is going to take you beyond the necessities of a prophetic word or sound. See, the Lord, now there are times when there's a sound. It's the sound that's going to bring down the barriers that have separated you from destiny. It's that sound, but there's a silence that precedes the sound. The only thing you're going to hear are footsteps. What footsteps? Whose footsteps? Your footsteps. When you walk by faith and not according to what you see or under. You told me to march around this thing, and that's what I'm doing. One time for 7 days, and on the seventh day, 7 times. So this is what I'm doing. And then after, the only thing I hear are footsteps, my footsteps. Those who are walking with me, after a season of just footsteps, the sound of this rhythm, when you have cadence, and the cadence that's being called is the heartbeat of God. When the cadence that's being called is the sound of your worship, the worship that has the worship that just is. You can't describe God. We Elohim. So we say that's both singular and plural. We have all of these other names that we've attributed, and the names are really the actions. Because He sanctified us, so we call Him Sidkenu, or He is our righteous Kadesh, or He's the healer, or He's there, Shamar, or Rohi, or Roy, it's something. He's the mighty God, El Elyon, or whatever it is. There's 3,000 names. There's unlimited actions, and those actions became a name. He's my banner. He goes before me in war, and everybody knows who He is. He's Jehovah Nissi. So all of these things, but He just is. Worship isn't connected to a name, because the name is connected to an action. An action is something that He's done, and for what He's done, praise. We thank Him for being our healer. Thank Him for being our deliverer. Thank you, the Bel Perazim. He's the God of the breakthrough. He's all of these things done. So we thank Him for that. But worship isn't about what He's done. Worship just is. It's because of who He is. Just because of who you are. And so then when you're marching in silence and the only thing that you hear is the sound of your footsteps, because there's no words, there are no words for me to describe or that can be ascribed to Him because of who He is. So sometimes you just, you want to say things like, I stand in awe of you. Awe. What can I say? What can I do for someone like you? It's where can I go? The only thing I can do is just sometimes just sit here. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just going to stand here. I'm just going to stay in place because of who you are. So, again, every moment in worship, every moment of surrender, God's been stripping away the layers of your life, not to reveal who you are, but to expose to you who He's called you to be. This year, 264 days, this leap year has not tested. It's not been even about testing your endurance, but it's been about the refining fire. It's about this purging that can't go, purging the things that can't go with you into your new season. Remember, it's not this whole time. It's not been about bringing a new season to you, but preparing you for the new season that He's bringing you to. See, it's already prepared, but He's bringing you to it. Adam was already in place in this garden east of Eden, and when Eve was prepared, the Lord brought Eve to the place where Adam was. When Adam was created and given this body, then Adam was brought to the garden that was already prepared. So your new season is already prepared, and the Lord is preparing you for the season. So today, this 264 days, I want you to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, who am I becoming in God's hands? And what chains have I allowed to fall away in the silence of my fasting? What chains? I'm not going to be entangled with the stuff that He has delivered me from. It's been a painful, long, this arduous process I've been going through, and sometimes I've been fighting with me. We call it the devil. It ain't the devil, it's you. You're fighting. This is your flesh and your spirit and your soul. These three have been fighting each other, but the spirit knows that I'm the one that's made in the image of God. I'm the one who is like God, not you. Body, you're created to take me to the place. It's like the car saying that I control the driver. No, you don't. The driver is the one who's in charge, has command of the car. The body it's just the car that takes the spirit to the place where it needs to operate, a place of purpose, and the soul is connected to the body. So the soul is the GPS that's connected to the car, that's going to give the car directions, instructions. This is how you get to this place that the spirit has already determined you need to be. This isn't really much about how far we've come. It's not about the distance we've been able to leap, but rather this is about the depth of your surrender. We've been looking at two scriptures. Three have been mentioned, but in Psalm 138, verse 8, the Lord said that I'm perfecting the things concerning you. And when you look at Philippians 2:13, now Psalm 138, verse 8, I'm perfecting the things concerning you. I'm not going to depart from the work that I've been doing. I'm going to complete this work. But in Philippians 2:13, he says, for it is God which works in you both to will and to do His good pleasure. God is working in me and He's perfecting those things concerning me. He's doing. In Colossians, it told us that that Jesus, who is in us, Christ, who is in us, the hope of glory, that Jesus in him is the fulfillment of the Godhead. Everything. Philippians 1:6, again, be confident of this thing, that he who began this good work in you is faithful to complete it until the day of the Lord. I like to say it that he's only beginning the work that he's already completed in him. So then we connect that to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Zechariah 4:6, we're familiar with that. We're familiar with that. It's not by might, it's not by power, but it's by my spirit, saith the Lord. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. It's something, I'm sorry, dear, I'm going kind of fast. Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. Not by might, by power, or by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. The apostle says, this is Paul. Paul's a bad dude, and this apostle has got this affliction going on in his body, and he said, for this thing I sought the Lord not once, not twice, but 3 times, and finally he responded. My grace, my innate power, the divine influence that I've put in your heart that's been reflected in your life, my favor is sufficient for you, Paul. And my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. I prophesy to you today that breakthrough has already begun in the deepest part of your soul, according to Philippians 1:6. I prophesy that clarity is coming, and God is refining your vision for the path ahead, according to Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. I decree and declare that Revelation 3 and 8 is now your reality, that God is unlocking doors of opportunity and aligning divine appointments just for you. The old wounds are being healed, and God is bringing restoration to your life, according to Joel 2:25. I prophesy that the seeds of faith that you have sown are taking root, and a harvest is coming, according to Galatians 6 and 7, and even Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 2, that God has commanded these blessings because of your obedience, these 264 days, your obedience and your willingness and obedience. Because of that, even Isaiah 1:19, that you're about to eat the good of the land, but it's going to be so much that's being manifested. Those seeds are producing a harvest that's too great for you to bring in yourself. You're going to have to hire people, train them how to handle the harvest, and then give them a plan. You got a plan for the produce that's coming into your house. That's too much for you to eat. You can't even consume what your seeds are about to produce. I prophesy that God is strengthening you for the battles ahead, preparing you for the victory that's already yours. He's teaching you not just how to fight, but how to handle and walk in your victory. May the revelation come to you now that you don't fight from a place of desperation and need and lack and concern, but you fight from a place of victory. Thanks be unto God. 1 Corinthians 57 says, who has given us victory through Jesus Christ our Lord. And then 58 says, and because we have this victory, finally, my brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the works of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain. 2 Corinthians 2:14, he says that because of Jesus Christ, I always triumph. So I got to live this victorious life. I'm not a conqueror. Jesus is the one who conquered. That means that he's the one who did the work and he's promoted us. I know this is uncomfortable of what I'm about to say. He's made us greater than himself in this regard. He's the conqueror. And he said, you are more than conquerors in Christ. To be more than a conqueror means that I didn't have to do the work, but I carry the glory. So he's given me the trophy. I'm wearing the ribbon. I got the gold medal, and I didn't even actually run in this heat, but the won. And because the winner is the Lord, and he's made us one with himself, we can stand. We walk in faith, we stand, and we never leave this victorious realm. We never leave victory when we go and fight. We fight from a place of victory, but this is how we fight our battles. The weapons of our warfare, according to Paul's letter to Corinth, are not carnal. Not like anything that you've seen before, but ours is mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. These strongholds are mindsets. It is going to use the words that he's put in you, because remember, it's him in you to do his will. It's the spirit of his son that he's put on your heart, and it's out of the abundance of your heart that your mouth speaks, and you have the things that you say. That's according to the words of Jesus. This is the word of God. So how do I fight my battles? I worship. Oh, okay. Think of it this way. Psalm 23. You prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So I'm sitting at this table to enjoy the feast, and you surrounded me with enemies. So when my enemies are coming against me, they come to watch me eat. This is how I fight my battles. Pass biscuits, please. This is how I fight my battles. Oh, the Lord said, Jerome, eat this meal. Enjoy this feast that I've prepared for you with fruits and vegetables and grits without sugar. Enjoy this. Enjoy this meal. You're going to be surrounded by enemies. Well, Lord, why are they gathering? Son, they just coming to watch you eat. This is how you fight your battles. You mean to tell me that I can kick my feet back? Talking about, when you don't even have to be hungry. But there are times when my wife has prepared this meal, and we kind of just sitting at the table. We can look at each other, and we're just doing one of these numbers, you're on Clubhouse, you can't see me, but you sitting at the table and you listening to music. Boy, that food just good. That food is singing to you. Your stomach is rejoicing. Your taste bud, it smells so good that before you even put it in your mouth, your jaws get tight. It feels like my mouth because I'm anticipating this thing. I'm anticipating. I can't. And so you just sitting there eating and enjoying. Got your eyes closed. Yeah. Isaiah 40:31 says that you've been preparing for this battle, and only to find out that the battle's been fought, the victory has been won, and he's given you the trophy. You've been identified as a victim. I'm not a victim, I'm the victor. I come on top no matter what I've experienced. No matter what hell I've been through, I'm still on top. I prophesy Ephesians 3:20 and declare that you're stepping into the fullness of God's promises and provisions according to his word. I'm healed today. Jesus prayed, Father, the time has come to glorify your son, glorify me so I can glorify you. And because the Lord heard him, glorified him, Jesus said, now, Father, put the glory that you've given me, put it in them. You have the glory of Jesus Christ. You're not waiting to be glorified. We don't have to sing the song anymore. Send your glory. See his glory fall down. We don't have to sing that anymore. See his glory. We don't have to see that anymore. We don't have to. We don't have to. Why? The glory already came. I have the glory. Send your power, Lord. Lord, send your power. Power, Lord. Yeah, we need more power. For what? You need more power for what? There is no greater power than what you operate with. I can't sing the song because I can stomp my foot and beat a tambourine, clap my hands, just jump around and get some exercise. I can't sing that song because my words create. My words, everything is going out of my mouth. And either I'm going to come into agreement with what the Lord has already done, or words are going to diss the agreement. And I get to start over again. If I'm waiting on you to send the power, the only reason, and because I don't have any, but have the power, I'm not asking you to send me anything. I'm connected to the unlimited source. I operate in the power of God because he took me. He gave me his power. Jesus did, didn't you? He gave me his power. Luke chapter 9, verse 1. I'm giving you power over every devil and to cure all disease. That's the sustaining abilities. I'm giving that to you. Chapter 10, verse 19. I'm giving you power over all the power of the enemy. Power, exousia. Power, legislative power. The ability to rewrite. Power, jurisdiction. I'm never outside of my realm. Why? Jesus, who is Lord, who is one with Father, who is God, gave me the power of God to operate in this realm or where I am. That's it, folks. Listen, I'm so glad that you joined us this week. For those of you on YouTube, I speak blessings and favor and peace and the glory and the wisdom of God, and remind you that every word that's been spoken, the declarations, the prophetic sound, the utterance, the words that's gone forth. I want you to go back and listen to it again. Write it down. Share this with somebody. Blessings and peace to you. Share this with somebody. Like to share. Remember to subscribe. Encourage others to come to Jubilee Training Center on YouTube and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you again on Sunday morning. If you can make it on Sunday morning at 9, come join us at 7000 Franklin Boulevard, Suite 560 at 9 a.m. I believe this is the last Sunday we meet at 9 a.m. Next Sunday we begin at 10 a.m. But on the 22nd, be there at 9 a.m. It's a special day with a special word. I guarantee you, you will not leave the same. The Lord bless you. Thank you. 7000 Franklin Boulevard, Suite 560. I guarantee that your life is going to change. Now, this is, the apostle said, follow me as I follow Christ. I guarantee you that if you connect with what's happening at Jubilee Training Center, have you heard the teaching and the level of teaching, the sound that's being released in this place? If your life doesn't change, it's because you paid somebody to help you remain the same. Or maybe you didn't pay him, but it's the words speak. Either your words have come into disagreement or have the agreement that you've been walking in. If you're in Sacramento, the Lord is speaking to you. If you're here under the sound of my voice, I guarantee you that your life transforms. Whatever's bothering you, I can declare right now as Moses did. You come into Jubilee, I'm going to tell you to get a good look at the thing that you into this place. Get a good look at everything that's been oppressing and depressing you. Get a good look at everything that's been hindering and bothering you. Because the oppression, the hindrance that has followed you, trouble that followed you in here, get a good look. Because the trouble you see right now, you will see no more forever. I'm telling you that your life is going to change. If your life doesn't change and you've done everything I told you to do, then Jesus Christ could not be Lord. But because he is Lord, we know that your life is going to change. All right, folks, I got to let you go. Those YouTube, you're welcome to join us on Clubhouse because I'm finished talking now and I want to hear the value adds. What has the Lord spoken to you concerning something that was said here this morning in your hearing? I look forward to seeing you again on Sunday and looking forward to seeing you on Monday morning when we come back to this place as we continue this journey in the year of divine perfection. Blessings to you.